Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alaikum to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is Sharon, Mashada Menace, also known as the Menace and Insurgent. And I want to welcome y'all to Empowering and Preeminence Multimedia Productions. Before I go any further, I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, the Father of Yahweh Shai, pre-imposed incarnate in the flesh, and the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the black melanated triple patriarchs of the children of Israel. Today is a so-called Independence Day, the 4th of July, you heard me? And I'm gonna try to make this brief, but thorough as I can. And I'm gonna say it by saying this. If you celebrate the 4th of July, or any holiday at that, especially if you don't understand the significance of the 4th of July, you heard me? And understanding that the 4th of July had nothing to do with the independence of black people, you heard me? I think it's supposedly independence from the British constituents in 1776. Now you got to ask yourself this: they said that slavery was abolished on account of Abraham Lincoln in the year 1865. So if Abraham supposedly destroyed slavery in 1865, you heard me? Then ask yourself this: what happened? I'm gonna say, what would it be? 1776. I'm gonna say, is that what, 89 years prior to? What was done 89 years, if I got the number right, prior to 1865, you heard me? That means that black people were still in slavery. Black people were still in slavery. They were still in involuntary servitude. Some was voluntary servitude because they've been platformed, they've been programmed. You understand? And that's a choice. You heard me? That's one's preferences. And if you're celebrating the 4th of July today, you understand, not only that you're a coon, but you're a coon by choice. So Kanye West was right all along. Kanye West was right all along. Slavery is a choice. Slavery is a preference. When you read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, the Most High says that, hey look, I think in verses 1 and 2, he says that if you are to observe and keep my commandments, now remember the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25 says that it will be our righteousness, which is a preference. If we prefer to be righteous, we have to comply to the conditions. And what are the conditions? To keep his commandments. You heard me? To keep his commandments. We have to observe his commandments in all of our generations. And if we don't observe his commandments, if we don't keep his commandments, you understand? Then that means that we are going to be conflicted with curses. We are going to be confounded. You heard me? With confliction. And we'll be in astonishment. Frederick Douglass, who was it? 1852, I believe, when he did a speech. I think it was actually officially published in July 5th, not July 4th, 1852. And he called white people the nation of savages. You heard me? The word nation in the Latin tongue is natio. And the first definition that you encounter is race. You heard me? So he understood that the word nation does not mean country. A nation is referring to a people, a group of people. I think he said that, I forgot exactly how he said it. He said a nation of savages came from the people who live in the United States of America. So he understood that the nation is not referring to a landmass, the nation is referring to a people. You understand? And he said that Your 4th of July, your Independence Day is a sham. You heard me? Frederick Douglass said all that there. Frederick Douglass put down the 4th of July because he understood that you understand, it did not apply to the conditions of black people. Because remember, this was 1852. In 1865, 13 years later after this speech, once again, Abraham Lincoln supposedly got rid of slavery. But if you look at what is it? There's 20 sections in the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution. You understand? Article 19 practically says slavery and involuntary servitude is prohibited. In other words, it's forbidden, except the conditions of punishment. So basically, if you are to commit a crime that's worthy of imprisonment, slavery is still permissive. Slavery is still allowed. So they create all these laws, all these bills that Congress is passing. You understand, behind our backs, because niggas don't want to be compatible with education. You understand? Then what happens is we become susceptible to folly, and they know that. So they create all these laws behind our backs. So if we were to contravene or infringe upon these laws, they say, hey, look, these are laws that you're broken. You understand? And we have the right to arrest you, which means what? They have the right to put you back in slavery. It's just like Dr. Umar Johnson said. Dr. Umar Johnson said on the Breakfast Club that prison ain't nothing but slave ships on land. You understand? I know that Kanye West thing was controversial, and I'm actually surprised to see a good amount of Israelites, man, disagreeing with Kanye West just because you don't like Kanye West. I don't like Kanye West either, but the nigga was on point. Slavery is a preference. Being a coon is a preference. If you are a coon, right? If you're a coon and you say the white man's not the devil when he clearly is, you heard me? And the white man's all right, all white people not bad, that means by preference, you are compliant to your enemies. You understand? There's a saying, silence is acquiescence. You heard me? Silence is acquiescence. Acquiescence deals with, you know, if you reluctantly protest against something, or you choose not to protest against something, of course that's morally corrupt anyway, then by your silence you are compliant, you are agreeing to the moral corruption. You heard me? So basically, if you celebrate the 4th of July, any of these so-called holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Labor Day, and all that means you are compliant to moral corruption. You understand? So that means that you are a slave at will. You are a slave by choice. It's still preferred. You understand? People still prefer slavery. It's a choice. Our ancestors made a choice by worshiping the Queen of Heaven, like it says in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 13. Burning incense and all that stuff for the Queen of Heaven. You understand? It was a choice for Solomon, you know, to be swayed by the women that he slept with, his wives and concubines, to serve idol gods, which ultimately resulted in the kingdom being split into 2 fragments. That was a choice. It was a choice by the Israelites, man, to be in captivity under the Mesopotamian king, according to the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 9. Because see, they did evil in the sight of the Most High. That's a choice, Ron. That's a preference. Stop playing, bro. You understand? Stop it all, man. Stop with all that death, bro. Stop with all that death, you dang. You heard me? It's a preference. It's a choice. If you celebrate the 4th of July, man, you are compliant to moral corruption by choice, at will. So that means that you're willing to be a slave. You are a slave by choice. You're a slave by option. You're a slave by preference and all that death. You understand? So, like I said, I want to keep this short, man. Y'all ain't got to like me, man. If you don't like me, fuck you. You heard me? Hey, look, it is what it is, bro. I ain't coming this mug to be like. If you want to unsubscribe, man, unsubscribe. You heard me? And speaking of subscribing, you know, all the videos I've been doing, I haven't really encouraged y'all to subscribe, and I might as well start now. Please hit that like button. You understand? If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. You heard me? It means you watched the freaking video. And of course, subscribe to the Power and Preeminence. That's my third Hebrew Israelite media platform. Subscribe to my second Hebrew Israelite media platform, which is Celestial Insurgents Multimedia. And subscribe to my very first Hebrew Israelite media platform, which is BBS, which stands for Beyond Broadcast Studios. Please subscribe to all these channels. You understand? Please subscribe to all the channels, because I'm giving y'all the real out here, dang. Hit that, like I said, hit that like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Hit that share button. Please share this video. You understand? Please share this video. You heard me? And you know, spread the word abroad. You heard me? Spread the word abroad. You know, like I said, please subscribe to this channel. You understand? You know, if you wish, if you prefer to. So for that, I will say shalom, shalom alaikum, shalom to my people out there, shalom to the 12 tribes scattered, you know, to the 4 corners, to the 4 winds of this planet Earth, and peace, man. Till the next time.